Well, here's some tips about mixing that I hope will help you do better work. Try and get used to mixing at low levels. For one thing, you'll save your ears, not just for when you get older, but if you're blasting your mix all day, you'll get ear fatigue as the day goes on, and you'll hear different things, and not as well. You can make almost anything sound good when it's blasting out loud, but if you can make it sound good at relatively low levels, then it'll really sound good when you crank it up. Here's another tip. As much as you love your monitors, whatever they are, you should cross-reference your mixes on other speakers because not everybody has your brand of monitor speaker. Listen in your car, listen at a friend's house, hook up your old monitor speakers, and gradually you'll hear how your mixes translate out there in the real world, and you'll know if you tend to mix a little too bright or a little too boomy. You probably do this already, but pause in your mixing once in a while and listen to something else. Take a walk. When you come back to your mix, you might instantly hear that you've got too much reverb on the vocal, or the bass isn't loud enough, or how you've got all the guitars panned to one side, or whatever it is. A break helps. We want to be sure that we get the technical part of mixing right, because as we've seen, we use the master fader for that. But beyond that, mixing is really more art than science, and mixing's always evolving. The giant snares that we used on the power ballads of the 70s, they've all been retired now in favor of shorter, crisper kinds of reverbs, and we're not sure where it's going next, but we know that it's always evolving. And one more tip, unless you're really crunched for time, print a couple of mixes and then listen to them with fresh ears, and that'll tell you a lot. So experiment with your mixing, try new things, and it's really all about listening and seeing what you like.